Right.
We're live.
Hello.
Okay. I'm super excited for this because we're jumping straight into the Succession War Nen Beasts. These things are so awesome. We are only just starting to get to know what they can do. Like, we know some, and others are still a complete mystery, like Wobles. So it's going to be a little bit spotty because of that, but I think we should have enough to judge most of them, which will be fine. And maybe we'll throw up some theories about the ones we don't know much about. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. Tserriednich, his Nen Beast. What do you guys think?
S+. Yeah, let's go!
Yeah.
Starting off with the best, baby. Let's go!
The creepiest.
I'm just gonna pull up some images
Creepiest of
on
them
my
all.
end, but yeah, definitely one of the creepiest. I love how it's
There's a head in there
made up of people that is killed.
Yeah.
Or people that he's obsessed with. There's a theory that maybe one of the heads inside the horse head is Pyro's head, but I think it was just one of the girls he killed. I can't exactly remember.
Oh gosh, have you guys seen
one of my neurons exploded?
Have you guys seen the panoramic art where it's Karapika and then you pan it around and it's Tserriednich's Nen Beast with their tongue sticking out?
Yeah, I did.
So
Yeah,
that's honestly the coolest piece of Hunter x Hunter fan art ever out there. So it's oh. Yeah, I love this Nen Beast.
I'm not sure I've seen that one actually.
I'm gonna
I'll
try
just
and
say
find
this.
it.
Yeah.
Not even taking into account its actual abilities, the design of it alone definitely deserves an A at least, in my opinion.
yeah, then the abilities are just
I
the
agree.
design is just amazing, very, very original in my opinion, and it has a very good creepy factor, if you know what I mean. It's so just distorted and gross. I love it.
My first impression of it was it didn't. It was so weird,
I can't find this.
a mashup of all different kinds of things. But after I got used to it, I guess it kind of started working.
I don't know where I found that or what to look up to find it. So, well,
yeah, I tried looking Karapika panoramic art Reddit, but I couldn't find anything.
Okay.
Thanks, Google.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's got a really great kind of a presence. It strikes fear into you whenever it's in a room with other characters you like. When Theta is near it, you're always oh my gosh,
Theta's
please
dead.
no.
Theta's dead.
Yeah.
Ah.
I might need to refresh myself, but I'm pretty sure it can detect when people are bullshitting, which is horrifying.
That is so scary. Yeah.
I actually have it up right now if you guys want me to read it.
Yeah.
Sure,
Go for it.
Let's see. It can stretch its neck up to several meters. Oh my god, that's
that's the power.
Yep, that is disturbing.
It can phase through walls. All right, that's already pretty busted. It can detect manipulated creatures or hostile aura within a certain range and neutralize them. So it's a great defense
That's a
mechanism
good
as
point.
well. Yeah.
I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, let's say Rihan, with his predator, trying to, use his predator on Tserriednich, his Nen Beast would be able to neutralize it, most likely. Which is crazy.
Is that true?
I would imagine so. It can detect manipulated creatures and hostile aura within a certain range and neutralize them.
Oh, hostile aura, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, so its main ability is triggered when someone lies to its host, which is Tserriednich. The first time this occurs, the Nen Beast will scratch him with its barbed tongue. Oh god. Yeah, when Theta, got licked by the Nen Beast, left a huge hole, a hole or a bruise in the middle of her cheek, and then it says the next time that she would lie to Tserriednich, she will cease to exist as a human. Upon hearing this warning, the target is knocked out for several minutes, and a sore begins to spread from the wound they received.
Fair and balanced, by the way.
Yes. Only
that's It's very
Only-
menacing hearing that like you will no longer be human. Like
I can't
the
wait
image
to see that.
inspires in your head.
I can't wait to see that happen to somebody.
Mate, that will be very interesting to see. I don't even know what what would happen to them. Cease to exist as a human, like that just opens up an infinite amount of possibilities.
Cease to exist as a human. Yeah.
You will be
Maybe it
eradicated
becomes like
from
a
this plane.
zombie for Tserriednich to control.
I'm sure we'll see plenty of zombified people.
Yeah, mind you, this is said by the creature itself. Like it's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it is.
it's not like just some like 5'8", muscular man just saying like I'll make you I'll make it so that way you cease to exist as a human. No, it's like this weird contorted 6 foot long horse, like combination of a woman, a horse, and several other
Slinky
different
neck
types
ass.
of it's just
Palm
a
tree
weird ass
for the
creature.
knickers.
Yeah. So I mean, in my personal opinion, I can't wait to see more of this. Personally, I think it's going to be very just
horrible.
how the hell are going to people like truly going to combat this? I mean, obviously there is a way to combat it, but I mean, the fact that Tserriednich doesn't actually have to use really any conscious aura to use it, at least from what I can tell. It's not like Parallel Future where you'd have to actively go into Zetsu to use it. It's just always there with him because he got it from the pod, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember though? It actually does drain your aura. We saw with the first prince who was killed that I forget her name. But her mouse used a bunch of its abilities, and then she got super tired and had to go to bed.
Right.
There is that, so it does have a drain on your aura pool, but
True.
Right. It's
yeah,
I meant like you didn't have to like actively conjure it.
yeah, you don't have to think about using it, which is the scary bit. Yeah, automated Nen is really scary. I thought the design, like, it is kind of like it's a mismatch of things, like, right?
Yeah.
It's not like super awesome. It's just very strange to look at. So it doesn't get like points for the rule of cool, but it does get
I
points.
think they're cool, but in a weird way.
It does have a point though, and it's that Tserriednich is this womanizing, disgusting, twisted man, and this is like what his soul would look like, basically.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what the Nen Beasts do, I think, or at least an effective one. And this nails that. So obviously, Tagashi is just spitting again. So yeah, S+.
Nice.
Yeah, he nailed it.
Hell yeah.
For me, it's
All right, what?
like an A+. I think the design is kind of weird. I love the powers it has. I love how menacing it is. I don't know this. I remember my first impression. So based on my first impression, I'm like the other factors. Yes, it's A+ for me.
Yeah, fair enough. What about you, Pika?
I have to agree with you, Koga. I disagree with you. I personally think the design does look cool, or however you want to describe it as cool. I think that the weirdness of it makes it cool. Like the abnormal design adds the quote-unquote cool factor to it. If it was just like a regular, like if it was just like a horse or a woman, the powers would be nice, but I mean it wouldn't be cool, if you know what I mean. The original design perceives it. So my final ranking for Tserriednich's Nen Beast is an S+.
Listen,
yeah, awesome,
man. It's got like the it's got like the second head inside of it with like the shit coming out of it. Like, oh, it's so cool. Like,
Yeah, the little parasite
so
stretchy
freaking
eyes
cool.
as the tongue.
Yeah, with like coming out of it. Oh, it's just amazing. It's such a good,
Yucky.
awesome design. I can't get over it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is my
it
favorite
really
Nen
gets
Beast
kinda
design.
like-
This is my favorite. It's so good.
Yeah, deservingly. It really gets kind of like a guttural reaction out of you. You're kind of like, ugh, what the hell? What is this thing?
Mhm.
And then it stretches its head and it's all over. All right, I think we've all said our pieces on Tserriednich's horse beast. Let's move on. Next in the list is Camilla's cat.
Cool,
All right, so this isn't exactly a Succession War Nen beast. It's her original Nen ability, which is pretty interesting. Seeing characters with multiple Nen beasts. Tagashi's really leaning into this whole Nen beast thing with this arc, and I'm loving it. I think that's something subtle he does. He kind of introduces new parts of Nen as the story goes on, and he kind of like explores those parts thoroughly. And yeah, the Succession War. It's the War of the Beasts, baby! Anyway, first impressions of Camilla's kitty cat.
Yeah. It's looks like
Wait,
a
do we have
big cat.
Camilla's? Camilla has 2 Nen Beasts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the second one
Yeah,
on here?
I'm looking at
Is
Camilla right now. No, she only has one Nen Beast, and that's the. It's not that.
No,
it
she has
says-
2.
Well,
No, she
She
has.
should have two.
like she has
The cat.
She
I'm looking for whatever else.
she has the cat and then the coral reef
the sea
Buddha
anemone thing. Yeah,
Yeah, sea anemone.
Oh shit! I forgot.
yeah. Well, we just stick it at the bottom, or we can. Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, I got it.
the
Yeah, my bad.
And
tree.
we also have a description for the sea anemone. He gave us what that ability does. But yeah, anyway, we're starting with the cat. Is Camilla's second Nen beast on this list? We might need to
I'm
add
putting it there.
Thank you. Anyway,
yeah.
Camilla's cat. I actually really like this design. It's like very simple shapes. I really like its big kind of papery hands. I think that's really kind of off-putting in a really simple way, which, you know, as an artist, I can really appreciate just big rectangles.
Looks like
big weird
looks like
shapes
it'll
and
cut you,
designs.
like slice you. Or something.
Yeah,
To be
yeah,
honest,
like a paper fan or something.
I didn't even notice that until you mentioned it.
Yeah, I'm just recalling it from memory. Hold on, let me get a pic.
I got one.
Camilla's
I'll post it.
and beast.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Oh yeah, this guy's a cutie.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
can
he's
see it has like this the tip of its tail. It sort of
Yeah,
activates when it like picks up the victim. It kind of activates the tip of
yeah, it bulges.
the bulges.
Creepy.
Kitty bulge.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, dude. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, but
Yeah, don't excite the furries.
Or dude.
but
Uh,
I'll say
Okay,
that
so what?
it's a fun design, like compared to most of the other designs that we've seen in the arc so far. It's kind of fresh, I guess. I mean,
Yeah,
or fresh. I don't know. They're all so wild, but it's
yeah,
it's
like-
distinctive at least. I think that I can say.
yeah, I'd agree. I would agree. It kind of looks like it has this third eye on its head that's like not fully open, which is interesting.
Yeah, there's something.
What else is there to say about this design? I think it kind of reflects Camilla, her kind of mental age in a way. like she's kind of immature in a lot of ways, and I think
True.
like I'm gonna have a cat and beast is it kind of fits her. And I also think the ability of the beast itself also really fits her. It's kind of like simple in a really, but like in a really great way. Yeah, just like, okay, well, you attack me and I'll attack you harder. And it kills you and revives me. It's kind of, it's simple, but it's really effective. What I will be interested in is to see how that ability will be exploited. How characters will fight against that ability, like we've already seen with Benjamin just not attacking her at all, which was really funny. Get rolled. And I'm really interested to see how people play around it. And I'm interested to see how she plays around it now that she knows its weakness. You know, she can't just bait people into attacking her once they know about the ability. So, yeah, pretty cool. Any thoughts from you guys?
Yeah, it's a cat. It's pretty cool. I don't know. It's pretty creepy looking, which is cool. I suppose it's creepy in a. I don't know. I don't really know how to put it.
My first impression of it was like, I was like, cat. I was a bit.
Oh God, not another one.
I was a bit off put by it. I think but maybe that's my first impression with all of the Nen Beast. I don't know. Like I had the same thing with Tserriednich's Nen Beast. But you get used to it, I guess.
Yeah, I think Togashi uses like a lot of. He doesn't lean into like the rule of cool super hard a lot of the time. He does for some, and there's a beast on this list that I think he just goes all out on. But he usually takes kind of like a weird, unique angle to them. And I think you kind of grow to love them as you see them in action. So yeah, which is pretty interesting. It's actually a pretty big weakness of the series for newcomers. I think a lot of the designs are kind of designs that grow on you as opposed to something that you instantly attach to.
Absolutely.
I know when I first looked at like the cover art for the series when I was considering like watching it, I was like, these characters look kind of weird. Like the designs don't stand out as like super awesome.
And he's like his designs are like very inconsistent, like throughout the whole series.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm not sure if inconsistent is like the best word, but it could describe it for some people. I would say his designs are more like just very varied. Inconsistent, yeah, maybe. But I don't mind that. It's not something that really irks me.
I get what you mean.
Okay, so what would you guys rate this?
A.
I'm feeling A as well.
B plus.
It's not super striking, but I think it's interesting in a lot of ways. It's not like a flop of an ability. It's not stupid. It's not annoying. It's like, okay, yeah, this is pretty cool for this character. Yeah, I like this.
It's also a good example of post-mortem Nen, which until really in the Succession War, we haven't really seen a lot of post-mortem Nen
abilities. True.
Yeah, so I mean, we got Tespikora with Pito. Who else other than that?
Hisoka.
What else?
Hisoka.
Bungee Gum. His thing with Bungee Gum happens in Succession War, but I guess that counts.
Kite,
yeah.
Yep.
Fair.
That was more like kind of invisible, or like we didn't really see it.
Yeah, it was just a thing where
it happened. I guess
it just happened.
It just happened. Yeah.
You rolled a lucky 7.
Yeah, and it's one of the few, at least.
I just remembered another aspect to this Nen Beast is I feel like a lot of people would shy away from choosing this kind of ability because can you really know if your postmortem Nen ability will work?
Yeah.
Do you have the balls to find that out? You know, and I feel like it kind of gives us a little insight into Camilla's character. Like, okay, yeah, she's insane.
Yeah.
Guys, she's
risk-taker.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's actually
yeah,
a good point, though. I didn't really think about that too much, but now that you brought it up, I agree.
yeah, a solid A from me.
What would you rate it, Gil?
I rated an A as well, and it's great. It's not. It doesn't have that super wow factor, so maybe that's why I'm giving it an A. But it's strong.
Yeah,
it's strong. It's good.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, strong but doesn't have a wow factor.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to one of the most disgusting Nen beasts in this list, which is Nasubi's Nen beast, aptly named the Tit Monster. It's not actually named that. We just call it that. Yeah, this thing is disgusting. So S. It's definitely in the S rank because it's for shonen series. I think it's a risk, which is really cool. Like, I don't think you would see this level of design in most shonen series. So the fact that Togashi got away with putting this in his manga is like, okay, this is epic. I guess it could also give insight into Nasubi's character, kind of like Tserriednich's beast. He has all these wives. He's kind of obsessed with the titty. So I guess I tip my hat to him in that regard. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I
S.
agree with
This thing looks really goddamn gross. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the more out there designs in the series in general. Just among every design in the show, it's got to be one of the most wild ones. It's not something it's not something I would have expected to see within Hunter x Hunter.
No, I didn't expect this either. When I saw the Hunter exam, I did not know that it would progress to this shit.
Very cool. Creepy design. Yeah, it's just a really cool design, you know?
It reminds me a bit of Pike.
Yeah.
It does.
It's because of like the spider shape and the multiple different hands and legs, and then its overall, structure, like shell structure or like body. It looks like that of a spider, but with like a really fucked up face and
imagine
weird ass,
a combination
things all over its body.
Imagine a combination of these two, of Pike and.
No.
Don't even
I'm gonna have
go
to stop
there.
you there, bud. I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
I'm not allowing my mind to create that image.
Too late. I'm sorry, Koga. I failed you there.
But yeah.
So we don't actually know that much about this beast.
True.
What would you guess the ability for this thing is? Milk Ray.
No.
I knew someone was gonna say that.
Okay,
I was just wondering who.
Okay, what about yeah, Milk Ray's a pretty good guess. I'll give you that one. What if it I don't know, man. Maybe it just stands there and looks at you.
It intimidates you.
It's so hard.
The best we can kind of do, I think you kind of have to look at the design elements and kind of guess what kind of ability it would have. Although that doesn't help for a lot of Hunter x Hunter characters or Nen beasts.
You think
it's got kind of this.
Sorry, I was gonna say that because the cat, for example, it's not the kind of ability I would think of from a cat, I guess. I guess the paper
Yeah.
hands and the tip of the tail kind of gives the idea of that, but or like APR. Okay, APR is a good example, but I'm not able to like think of what kind of ability this Nen beast like represents. Maybe some sort of controlling ability, I guess, because it has that presence. I guess that's all I can think of.
Yeah, maybe. Like, it's got like these little sharp kind of grabby things on its arms, and I'm wondering if that's to kind of hold things it grabs up to the titties. And then, like, maybe it forces you to drink from the titty, and then something happens to you. I don't know.
Drink.
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, it's.
I have an idea. I have a Nen theory. What if the Nen beast would just grab you, just like make you stare at its face for a second, for like a minute, and then it just starts to try to drown
you fall in love
in the titties. You just try to drown them in.
It like suffocates you.
Yeah,
or like
it
like
smothers you.
Uses
like,
its milk.
Puts your face and just smothers you, like against the skin.
I don't know, maybe.
Ugh.
I'm looking at the top of it, and it kind of looks like what like a pregnant belly would look like from like a side angle or something. Like it's got like the mound and then the belly button sticking up. So I don't know. Maybe it gives birth to something. Maybe it eats people, and then Nasubi. Well, they can't see their own Nen beast, right? Maybe
no,
he
Nasubi
can
can't see everyone's Nen beasts.
He can.
It's definitely.
He can see his Nen beast and his children.
I think it was kind of implied that, right? Like he was looking at them in the banquet meeting, right? Just kind of observing them.
Looking at this right now, unlike his children, Nasubi seems to be capable of seeing their guardian spirit beast or the Nen beast, possibly due to his being from a different generation.
Yeah, seems to be. Or maybe like once you like conquer your siblings or whatever, you get the ability to kind of take control of your beast or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why
I don't know.
Nasubi is a fat bastard.
I'm kind of leaning towards like you get some kind of ability from the titties, you know, like maybe it eats people and then like generates milk with the people that it eats, and then you get something in return. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with it stands in the corner and looks at you. That's my final answer.
Hey, effective enough, honestly.
To me, I don't know, like the whole design just speaks of like fertility, like reproduction, and just putting that power as a king, something like that. Like Nasubi's like, if we're talking about his personality, he's just like this king, basically. Like it's a very kingly power, I guess, or like Nen beast.
Yeah, fertility is a good point. Like maybe it gives birth to something. I don't know.
It's
really
really
I think
hard.
we've kind of covered all we could. Guys, post in the comments if you have theories about the Nen beast. Anyway, let's rank this and move on.
Yes.
I think since I don't really know what it does, like it could raise it to an S plus or I don't know. But it'd be hard to kind of degrade it depending on what ability, unless it was like a really lame one. But yeah, for now, I'm happy giving this an S.
Okay. Yeah. S is good.
S is good.
I will give it an A plus because it's pretty good. Like like pretty good in the sense that you are like, what the hell is this thing? Like, it makes you wonder really, and it's very kind of disgusting designs.
Yeah, it scares the shit out of you. This
Now
is like,
that-
it's very Junji Ito. Like, you know, give this some creepy shading and like make the eyes all like big and like, meh.
Yeah.
And yeah, that right out of Junji Ito's manga. Yeah, he nailed the horror aspect of it. So yeah, S for me.
Yeah.
Personally,
Good one.
now that we're seeing like all these Nen beasts for the different princes, it really if they're based off like what they're really like their souls or whatever, it really shows like how like disgusting people these royalty are.
Yeah.
Like scumbags and just gross people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and it also, some of them are good people, and we'll be getting to those soon.
Yes.
Okay. So
My
has everybody given their rank?
I have not, sadly. I'm gonna give it an S minus.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. Rihan's Nen Beast. Ooh.
Yeah, this is the one with like the
Predator.
circle.
Let me get a picture of
tooth.
it.
I got a picture loading. There it is. Look at him go.
Oh
Then
yeah, this thing.
He eats the funny orb.
Delicious.
He puts out the funny gas.
Gotta say, I like
Yeah,
this.
this is.
I like this one. It's cool. It's kind of like
horror Pac-Man.
yeah, it's like
I like
I
that
wouldn't
it
wanna
kind
go
of
in there.
jumps like a cricket or a frog, and I love this image of it that Tagashi's drawn of it, like straight, looking straight into the mouth.
yeah.
Yeah, this thing is really evocative. You can imagine it kind of like crawling around a room and then jumping at you.
It's like a blender mouth.
Man, he's really nailed this arc in terms of the Nen Beast. He's had a lot of fun with this. What do you guys think about Predator?
Very cool. It has the blender mouth. Like you could potentially you could put like fruits and vegetables in there, and it could puree it for you and spit it out. I think it has really good utility. If I'm being honest, you know.
Very good utility beast, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I need fan art of that right now. Artists, please draw funny.
You're the artist.
You are the artist.
I'm lazy. Stop. Yeah, maybe I will draw it. Maybe.
That would be
guys, pay
funny.
me.
Hey, that could be a thumbnail. Hey.
Yeah.
Doesn't Predator's shape or form change depending on who it's going after, or like what it's going after?
Oh,
I don't know. Is it implied? Maybe.
I thought I read that when I read the manga, but maybe I misread it. It has been like 6 months.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years.
Let's see. The more accurate.
I assumed it was a potency thing.
So it does. Predator does get stronger the more Rihan knows about the Nen ability he's going after. So let's see. That's why you couldn't use it effectively against Kurapika, because Kurapika had has seven at least, or 7 to 9 different Nen abilities. So not even including his chains, he has some of the abilities that he stole with Steel Chain. So it's efficiently impossible for him to know. So we didn't really see that happen. Let's see.
Yeah, it's much more powerful against
Predator is
abilities.
complete. Predator is completely powerless against simple enhancement and emission attacks. So, let's see.
Yeah, because there's not much to analyze, right?
Do chop it.
Maybe
Sneeze
I
on it.
maybe I misread it. It does.
While you're looking that up, I think this is like the perfect ability. It's so like obvious for this arc as well. Like, okay, how do I throw a spanner in the cogs of this arc where a bunch of guys are fighting with their Nen beasts? Of course, it's to have an ability that can destroy the Prince's Nen beasts. I think it's like a really obvious and great way to introduce another element to this arc. And I'm really excited to see how it works out. I'm really happy that we've seen it be a threat against a Nen beast already. It's taken out the Salé-salé's Nen beast, or coughing the Pokemon.
Coughing
the funny orb. Funny orb.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more farting disco.
Disco balls.
Yeah, which is the shame. I loved Salé-salé. Pepe hands.
Yeah, I mean, the analyzing aspect maybe isn't the most interesting to read, but I mean, it's meme worthy at least. I don't mind, honestly.
Have you got? I'm sure you guys have seen memes of like Rihan when he does the entire explanation of how Predator works. Like people like either changed it or like changed the subject. Like I saw this really good serial edit. That was like
I was thinking
him going on
the
about,
serial.
Yeah, just hold on.
I haven't seen it referenced
funny
in
meme.
any other media yet, but I hope we see it someday.
Pop Team Epic will probably do it somehow.
I wonder how like common it is actually to just put text in a whole page of a manga. Like, I don't think that's very common.
I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. It's Togashi just like having big dick energy. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put multiple pages of text.
Yep. I love
Read,
it.
bitch.
Exposition.
It's I guess it's exposition in a way, but it's mostly just Rihan like thinking. There we go. Oh yes.
Yeah, funny.
The funny.
All right. Final rankings on Rihan's Nen Beast Predator.
A+. Very cool. I like. Seal of approval.
Togashi's just too good. I'm giving another S. He's so good at what he does. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's a full-time writer or something.
Yeah, it's almost like he's one of the best shonen creators of all time.
Yeah.
Never thought of that
Except
before.
me.
Oh.
I know how to do it better.
Tyler, best shonen
Tyler
creator
manga?
of 2020.
I'll make Hunter x Hunter 2. Also known as Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, it's
Jujutsu Kaisen is like
S+ for me as well.
Yeah, fantastic ability, funny meme Nen page. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'll give it an S for. Yeah. I'll boost it up to an S for the meme.
I was originally going to rank it only like an A. However, due to talking about the memes and how quality they can be, I think I'm going to place it at a solid A+.
Wow, the memes alone gave it a plus.
Yeah, dude. If the memes are gonna, it will change my opinion slightly. I think cool design, cool idea. However, I just kind of want to see it a bit more. We've only seen it with with cells, like tiny little Nen beasts. I mean, imagine if like he was able to see like in a full-on battle. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. I want to see it crawl around on walls and ceilings and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, my opinion, as of course, like with all of these others, can vary. It can go up or down. I just want to see more. To be honest.
It's going to be awesome seeing it animated. Like, I bet
Ooh,
the animators
mate.
would have a lot of fun with it.
When this arc is over, and if it gets an anime adaptation, it is going to be so goddamn awesome to watch.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's going to be great.
Okay. So, I think we all gave our ratings, right? Gil, did you give yours?
Yeah. S plus.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So I guess Tyler.
Yes.
Tyler gave it an S, right?
Yes.
All right. Moving from Predator to Alien. Can you guys guess what the next Nen Beast is?
Penis.
It's Benji's. Yeah, this is the one that I was referencing that Tagashi just kind of went all out on in terms of like the rule of cool. This design is so sick.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just like when you look at it, first impression is like, oh hell yeah, this thing is gonna tear some ass.
You see, I thought the same thing when I saw Benjamin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But we haven't seen it in action. It's been surprisingly like docile. So there's like an element of like suspense surrounding this thing. Like, okay, what the hell does this thing do? And any theories?
No. I can't theorize on this stuff. It's gonna do it, like, I feel like nobody's gonna get it right. It's always gonna be something like totally off the wall. Like, all right, if this guy sneezes 3 times, it kills everyone in the room instantly.
Yeah, well, at least to me, the beast evokes kind of this alpha predator kind of feeling. If I go based on that, again, something like with Nasubi, I would guess something that controls people or that forces some sort of like control on them. I don't know. It's
Damn.
I don't think it's that, but maybe in that direction.
That'd definitely kind of subvert what I'm thinking because I don't get that when I look at it. It looks very aggressive to me. Like this is like an enhancer type of Nen Beast. Like it's just gonna it's hack and slash. And bite.
We don't really know anything about it, right?
Yeah. It's kind of got like the second mouth thing, kind of like Alien has like the second mouth inside the first mouth. It's not like a super direct reference. I feel like Tserriednich's ability is more in that direction. But this thing, like the big open teeth at the front of the face, really does remind me of Alien, and we know that Tagashi's a big Alien fan, so I think he's taken some inspiration there. If it's anything like the Aliens, well, I haven't seen Alien, but from what I gather from like
they spit
like
acid.
games that I've seen and like media, they spit acid. They like what they. Do they impregnate like the characters and the little chest bursters?
Was it like there's like the weird spiders that jump on the face? I think those are like
were they like babies or something?
Like they come from the alien eggs, I think, and then they just jump on you, and then they impregnate the person, and then the alien comes out, something like that. I'm not gonna. But yeah, acid spitting Nen Beast.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see it turn out to be like an acid spitting thing. It kind of looks like it has a penis on its head, which is funny.
Yeah. Beep beep.
God damn it,
TV
man.
head.
It also looks like
Funny.
it has wings or like a cape or something.
Yeah, true.
Those are totally wings.
So yeah,
And then those thunder thighs.
Yeah.
Nice. Love it.
it's kind of a lot going on, but I like it, and I'm excited to see
Or
what happens
huge
with it.
testicles.
Oh, dude, nah, they're not. They kind of have like a very wing effect, I think. But yeah, I guess since we don't really know anything about the ability, let's just rank the appearance.
S
Yeah.
plus.
S plus.
It's amazing. Great. It looks like something out of a lot of the designs from this arc in general look like designs from Shin Megami Tensei, in my opinion. I feel like he gets a lot of inspiration from them.
I haven't played Shin Megami.
There's so many designs in.
Yeah, there's so many.
I
like this one.
Well,
Very cool.
I think this works with like the rule of cool kind of thing. It looks menacing, but we haven't kind of seen it do anything yet.
yeah.
And I feel
Well,
like my rank kind of
I
heavily
was just doing
depends
it
on
on.
that.
I was just doing it based on how it looks. Also, I think there's like a second mouth on it, like below the
Yeah,
big one.
it does have a second mouth.
Yeah, he grinning.
Yeah,
same,
I'm gonna
honestly.
give it.
I don't know.
I really like it.
We don't know much about it, so it's like.
I'm basing it purely off of the design.
I really like the design, but I think some of the other designs have a little bit more depth in terms of like how it portrays the person that it's born
True.
from.
Yes. Yes.
Or maybe we're just yet to see how this represents Benjamin. But for me, like riding on the rule of cool, I think this still gets an S rank. I'm gonna give it like an S minus. I think feels right to me. It could definitely go up to an S plus. It could be like super cool, one of the coolest beasts in this arc. But we're just yet to see that.
Yeah. A plus for me, like I said. To me, it kind of represents this alpha kind of character that Benjamin is. So I think it's well represented. Or like
I mean,
a predator kind of thing. And yeah, I mean,
I guess
I want to see more of it. We don't know.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm writing on.
Yeah.
Like, I would agree with you. Like, it definitely gives that kind of first impression, but like, it just seems like docile, which seems like dissonant with how we see Benjamin in a way. So it's kind of like, okay, what does this thing have in store? So I'm on the edge of my seat for this one.
Yeah. A lot of them are like dormant beasts, and we haven't really seen them like act properly yet, except maybe like
for sure.
Tserriednich's beast, or I think it was one of the next ones we had Marayam, I think, kind of active, but yeah.
Pico, what do you think?
The design is cool. Not the best design, but still very cool. I want to see the Nen abilities before I can give it a higher ranking, so I can only give it an A.
Fair enough. All right. I think that's everyone. So let's move along. Halkenburg Nen Beast. I really like Halkenburg. I think is a great character so far.
The man, the
I
myth,
think we
the
might have
legend.
mentioned it last episode.
I love it.
But yeah, I really like how much has developed over such a short amount of time. His Nen Beast. His Nen Beast. How do I feel about this?
They're all right. I feel like they're kind of a
look it
downgrade
in
from the
in
previous
eye.
design, and it's got like a weird hole in the top. I don't know, man.
It's a one-eyed gargoyle.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the eye. There's like a hole in like above his head. Like,
To me, it's one of those Nendies that maybe don't fit, or like don't seem to fit Halkenburg's personality that well. Like, at least that's the
You
first
think so?
impression I got out of it. But the ability itself is super cool. Like, team power up, basically.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I agree. I would have. If I were designing this beast, I would probably. The mouth, I think, is really expressive. I think that fits Hulkenberg. It's very monstery though, which yeah, I don't think it quite fits him. I think you're right. Yeah, I would probably like go more of like a golem direction, kind of like a very what would be the best word to describe it? Stalwart? Is that even a word? Stalwart. Loyal, reliable, and hardworking. Yeah, that kind of like yeah, kind of like a golem with that mouth, but a bit more of like a bit less scary and monstery in the face. The feather kind of bird design is interesting. I kind of like how it's been worked into the ability as well. Like everybody receives the little feathers, and it shows their loyalty to Hulkenberg or something. But yeah, what do you guys think of this ability?
I think the ability is really cool, but design's okay. I think it's cool, but the cool part of it is really just the ability for me.
It's a nice enhancement technique.
I think it's very interesting. I don't think we've seen these sort of synergetic abilities that much. Maybe there was was it the Ortho siblings? They have like a synergetic ability that they work together.
Yeah, pretty sure.
It's one of the few with them that I can think of.
I'm sure Greed Island is powered with synergy type stuff, but it's more
But yeah, we haven't really seen them like specific or like specifically there. But yeah, I love it because it shows just different ways to use Nen and how different how you say this word rough guys. It just forget the word. But
that's all right.
Yeah, it shows different kind of ways to use Nen with multiple people, and I like it.
Yeah, I like it for its ability. I think having just like a big fuck off arrow is like really cool.
Yeah.
And like it takes control of the person it shoots, right? And it can't be defended against. I'm pretty sure that was the ability, if I'm remembering correctly. Which is, yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think can't be defended against is a bit of an overstatement. Like, I'm pretty sure any ability can be defended against with the right amount of aura. It's just that this has a lot of like conditions it has to meet. So it's practically unstoppable, but it'd just depend. But yeah, pretty interesting.
Yeah, Nen Beast that can rewrite memories.
Yeah, is it that specific?
Yeah, I actually have it pulled up. It can rewrite. It can knock people out and rewrite their memories.
Jeez,
of let's say them being attacked, for example. Like they'll have a mark on their left hand, and if they're not loyal to Halkenburg, the memories will be switched. So, if there's hypothetically, if there's someone like an attacker, like they can supposedly rewrite the memories of let's say a different person, which can definitely affect the succession war. Like if it can rewrite memories, it can like create it. It can definitely alter relationships between characters.
Yeah.
Because especially in the higher ups, like with the among the princes and the queens and the top bodyguards, it can definitely play a huge role, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, and there was a thing where he like switched between the characters' souls, right? Like they killed one of the bodyguards. He killed himself in front of one of the prince's bedrooms or something. I don't remember exactly, but then like one of them like got resurrected or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, there was that kind of thing also, which makes this ability like super powerful. Like you have
I think
enhancing effect, you have the resurrecting effect, the mind, altering effect, the unstoppable arrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be really awesome to see how this ability survives in amongst the rest of these other abilities and Nen users. It's got a super good place in the series, I think. Yeah, it'll be super fun. The design kind of drags down my score a little, but just the ability itself is enough to give it an A+ for me personally. I'm realizing that like my feelings towards a lot of these beasts is very heavily based on like the design and how I think it'd move around and stuff like that.
We don't have much else to go on.
Well, for some of these we do, and it's for this it's the ability, and I think without the ability, the design would be maybe like a C or a B for me, but in all, I think it gets an A+.
For me, it's an S.
Yeah, I gave it an A+. I think that's a pretty good place for it.
What do you guys think? We're like 1 hour into the thing. We still got a bunch to go.
Yeah, we do.
Oh man!
How about So we've been kind of going in depth with a lot of these. And I feel like it's kind of like a lot of these are kind of very obvious things.
Yeah.
So maybe it'd be better if we kind of just did like a lightning round for the rest of them. Sorry if you've been bored at all. But if you've been thinking about how these abilities work, and if you've been scoring along with us, thank you. Let's just jump into a lightning round. We'll go through these. We can stop if we really want to and talk if there's anything that stands out. But let's just do based on first impressions kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, Zhang Lei's Nen Beast. So this is the big coin thing, right?
Yeah.
Indeed. Yes.
Coin dispenser.
I actually really love this. I love the little face it has. I love how it looks kind of very ornamental. I'm not sure if that's exactly the right word, but it's kind of fancy looking. Very, very cool, very striking, very unique. I'm very interested to see what you can use the currency for.
It produces 1 coin a day, and the owner of the coin, which would be Zhang Lei, he gets a various amount of abilities for that day. So it's...
Oh, was it described? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The Guardian's Nen Beast is a conjurer with the compound type ability to produce a coin from its mouth every day. The owner of a coin will gain various abilities after fulfilling certain conditions. So
I think that's pretty cool. I feel kind of bait and switched on it though. Like I feel like it's going to be like a currency type thing where like the more of the currency an individual has, like the greater the effect will be or something. Maybe it'll still do that. Like maybe if you have a bunch of coins, you can trade it for like a more powerful ability. If it's something like that, it's like a definite S+ for me. Like it's so cool.
Yeah.
I already really like the design. We're yet to see how that ability is going to kind of work. So, but yeah, just based on the design and the initial thing of the ability, I'd give it like at least an S-.
To me, this one was like such a weird ability, like or not ability, like design. I was like completely thrown off by it, but I think it's cool. I also like the fact that it's popping bitcoins out of his mouth. It's my. I would like like an beast like this, just minting bitcoins for me. Every
I think
Beast
we all
coin.
would. We can get rich together through Bitcoin.
But yeah, I'd give it A+ personally.
Yeah,
Alright.
I like the sort of Indian design to it. Give it an A+. I think it's based off of Dharma chakras.
And it is actually.
Yeah, it's the
Good catch.
the Indian artworks that use it's kind of like the same patterns all around, like in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally see that now. Yeah, fantastic.
Very cool.
And a really inspired design, very unique.
A+.
I'm gonna have to rank it with a solid S-.
My man. All
Party
right,
orb.
moving on to Sales Nen Beast.
Party orb. S.
Yeah.
No.
Too bad got
I
hammered by
love
Predator.
this.
That sucks.
Let me see. I like the mouths. This is another one of those designs that really makes me think of Shimigami Tensei. Just like an orb with a bunch of mouths in it, spitting stuff out. It's very cool. I like it.
I'm gonna say, yeah, it works very well with Salé-sale's personality.
Disco
Yeah,
ball.
he's kind of got that. He's kind of like Trump, I think. He's very like infectious, even though like he's hateable in some ways. You know, some things about him, like just the way he acts, is very infectious and like, oh, this is a funny person, and you kind of in that sense, he kind of wins you over, even though you may hate him.
Yeah.
Which I think works perfect. Yeah, it's a very subtle but like very telling ability.
It says here that according to Rihan, Rihan predicts that if this Nen Beast was left to its own business, like no one interfered, it can create the strongest dictatorship in history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because of just how powerful it was to manipulate and control others.
Yeah, it just influences
make
everyone.
everyone
like,
loyal to Salé-salé.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect that he brings that up and then it gets destroyed, because I feel like it wouldn't have been that fun to see this ability in action constantly throughout the story. Like, I don't think it could have gone that far in terms of like being interesting for readers. Like, yeah, it's a very subtle ability, but it kind of shows the power of a Nen Beast ability.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
That's a very good point.
So, like, yeah, it serves like a great purpose in the story. It tells Salé-sale's character really, really well. It's got a fun design. It's kind of gross. It's it's burping these gases. It's interesting. It's funny. Man, it's just another S from me. So many of these are so good.
You're giving everything an S, Koga.
Yeah, I mean, when I asked myself like how I would draw a lot of these beasts, it's like I couldn't do it better myself.
Yeah.
Like these are just perfect.
Fair.
Yeah.
For me, it's an A+. Very, very solid. Like Koga said, just very solid writing and design-wise also. It's
Sorry, go ahead.
It's like not super memorable or like that, but yeah, it has very, very strong fundamentals, I guess, if you would say that.
Yeah.
I
thought it was memorable. I did mention that I think it wouldn't have been super fun to kind of see how it would play out as an ability. But yeah, which is why I think I'm going to bump it down to an S-. But I think it serves its purpose really well. Anyway, yeah, I've said my piece. What do you guys think?
Yeah, cool. I give it an A. I like the disco ball orb of gas.
Fart, burp, epic win, rap man.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm gonna have to agree with Tyler and rank it at an A. At this point, it's just I honestly didn't find it very memorable. Probably because it got shut down so quickly. I agree with Coca saying that it probably wouldn't be too fun just seeing this continuously forecast and just have everyone controlled. Not a lot of good action. It's just like the Nen beast is like Sosa. It just spews a lot of shit from its mouth.
Yeah. All right. That's everybody's rankings for Salé-salé. Let's move on to Tyson.
Tyson.
One thing to say about this, and one thing only: frog car. That's it.
Beautiful.
I like that Mother 3 reference.
S. I don't know what else to say, man. It's frog car.
Oh, are you looking at Tubeppa?
Yeah, you're looking at Tubeppa.
Yeah, that's Tubeppa.
Ah, shit.
Looking at Tyson.
But
ignore me.
we actually don't have Tubeppa.
Tubeppa's not on here.
Tubeppa
so we
is in
might as
here.
well add it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not like we...
Tubeppa is S in advance.
Well, it's not like we discussed 4 or 5 Nen beasts in the span of 1 hour. Let's keep going, guys.
Hey, they were like the main Nen beasts, so I feel like they deserved a bit of discussion.
True.
So let's just do Tubeppa's now, since we're on the topic of Frog Car. I think Frog Car is very, very memeable. I love that you brought that up, Tyler. My initial reaction to Frog Car is that this thing is stupid, but I think that's also kind of like a strength.
Yeah.
Why does it have freaking wheels? It's so dumb.
Frog car.
No, it's Forg Car. F-O-R-G. Forg Car.
Bruh.
We're gonna rename it to Frog Car. Tyler, thanks a lot for the idea.
Yeah, this thing is stupid, but I actually really like the ability, being able to create different chemicals within its body.
Yeah.
Requiring a partner is really interesting to kind of do. It's basically like a portable science lab, which is interesting.
You could use it to make meth.
Yeah.
Make a lot of money.
No, he's gonna make like gases to like poison people and escape and stuff like that. I think we'll see some pretty interesting things.
Or he
with
could
this.
sell them meth. You could like sell the prince's meth.
Just sells it to like the different mafia families. He's a whole black market across all the civilians on board.
In terms
I'm
of
not interested in the Hoiga Kingdom.
In terms
I'm
of
interested in the Meth Kingdom.
Other
Jezreel.
like princess abilities, I think this is one of the weakest. Or like
It depends on how you use it.
Yeah, in terms of
if
like
you were to,
overall
like-
combat ability, it's worthless.
Yeah.
But
What
if
if
used
it could run
tactically,
people
it can
over?
be very, very strong.
it can run you
Frog
over.
car.
Yep.
What if it could brew a bunch of a specific like acidic chemical and then spew it out at once and melt you instantly? Like, it could be pretty powerful in some ways. We just don't know how it's going to be used. And
Acid
yeah, it's just
cannon.
going to depend how it's going to be used.
It could be like a jungle frog. You know those little poisonous jungle frogs you see in the Amazon? That
Yeah.
spew poison from their mouths?
Don't
Or
touch
whatever
it.
the hell.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Don't go near it.
Frog
Yeah.
car.
The more I kind of think about how the ability could work, the more I kind of like it. I love how it's stupid. My initial kind of first impression is like, oh, this thing is dumb. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how it's going to play out. That initial first impression isn't really going to go away for me. I think it's still like, yeah, it could be more interesting of a design. It's a frog with wheels, but like,
Yeah.
it's.
It's a frog with wheels.
I'll give it an A-. I still like it enough for it to be A tier. It's just it's not the best it could be.
Yeah, for me it's a B plus. It's
Y'all sleeping on the frog car.
I'm sorry.
sorry, man.
Imagine it in a race. Like, imagine it racing something. Like, okay, what if you have like Tserriednich riding his like horse thing, and then you have Tubeppa driving the frog car,
Oh my
and
fucking
they
god.
have a race.
If there's an edit of that, I would love to see it.
Yeah, that's another artwork that's gonna have to come from this. Yeah, how fast can it go?
Very.
It's going to be like the 4200, wheelchair guy from Heaven's Arena. He just uses aura to push it fast to make it go zoom.
Yeah, he uses an explosive gas to propel him.
You just
Yeah, what do you think, Pika?
For the meme ability, it doesn't get B, but it's not good enough to be properly A tier, so I'm gonna put it at B plus.
Okay, B+ is not bad.
I'm adding a
okay,
plus to the S.
Back to Tyson, and wow, it's an S+ for Tyler. That's Paul.
Yeah, frog baby.
Yeah, frog car, epic. Okay, Tyson's Nen Beast is
The heart thing.
Yeah, it's this weird heart with like this kind of tired eye. I really like the tired eye. It's very creepy. It's got like an anus that spits out these little creatures. I kind of like how they're little creatures. It's very weird and endearing and disgusting and strange. It's a lot of things. The ability itself is a little underwhelming in my opinion. It's kind of like Salé-salé's. It's not underwhelming in a bad way though. Like it'll be another ability that's not going to be super fun to see how it plays out. But I think it's still an interesting ability. Part of me wishes that it was a bit more differentiated from Salé-salé's.
Yeah.
It's like worse than Salé-salé's. It just kind of bestows happiness, which is, it speaks to Tyson as a character, which is pretty interesting. What will make this ability is seeing Tyson used in an interesting way. Right now this character's very weird. I guess they stand out for being very weird. It's up in the air for me. It's not as strong as the others for sure. Like I think I give it a B. But yeah, not bad enough to give it under a B though. It's like average for me.
Yeah, not bad, but not special in any way.
Yeah.
I guess I like the heart design, but it's yeah, like you said, it's very similar to Salé-salé in that it's not like it's probably gonna serve like a purpose, and they're gonna kill it off probably later. Pretty fast.
Probably. I would like to see Togashi subvert that expectation, because it seems like an obvious one that'd just kind of go by the wayside. It'd be cool to see like Tyson as like this really brutal like leader that's like really good at what they do. It doesn't seem that way though.
Little rat.
Tyson kills Tserriednich in a surprise move.
Okay, please not that. That Tyson would have to go a long way for me to be happy with that outcome. That's it's funny to think about. What do you think, Pika?
like you guys said, not very special. The design is alright. I suppose I'll just give it a B. Average.
I gave it a B plus because I like the design.
Yeah,
Fair
same.
play.
Fair enough. B's all around. All right, Luzurus. This is the stoner guy, right? Who wants to work with like medicinal drugs to help people, right?
The big weird ass centipede. Let's go.
Yeah, it's a really, really creepy looking one. Pseudo-coercive manipulation, interesting. It sets traps materializing what the target wants, as bait. When the target satiates their desire, the trap is sprung and the ability is activated. We don't know what that ability is, but I like the concept. It's pretty awesome. What do you guys think?
Hard to
I
say.
like it. I like the design of it. It's, I don't know. It feels like an enemy I'd see in like a video game or something.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to like hit its head with a hammer. Like squish its stupid little head.
Yeah. Yeah, you're totally right. It's like it's a monster with like these choreographed weak points on its body
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
that you can Z target that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah, for sure.
Why does it have like those weird ass patterns on its front and its back, but not on its middle of its body? At least from this picture that I'm seeing.
It's design variation, Karapika.
Oh,
Go to art school.
Oh, of course. I went to art school.
You
guys, I see.
Actually, it's
For me, it's a
I
B.
see.
For me, it's a B. I don't know. It's okay. There's not much to say about it, honestly. I don't know what it does.
yeah.
There really is.
It sounds like a siren's ability, like luring somebody in, but like for some reason it's a centipede. Yeah, it's kind of a bit dissonant. Like I feel like it could be a lot better.
It could be, yeah.
But yeah, I like the concept of the ability, and I'm excited to see how that's going to be used. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking like a B plus or an A minus.
I gave
Somewhere
it
around there.
I gave
Maybe-
it an
probably
A.
B plus.
I gave it an A. I like
An A,
the
interesting.
I like the design of it. It's like
Video gamey.
yeah, a little video game man. Hit with a hammer, bang bang bang.
All right.
Worm.
Should for these we've got 4 left. Should we just like ultra lightning through them? Like no talking about them. We just give our scores.
Sure. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
We've been going for a while, guys. I don't want to wear everyone out. So yeah, we've kind of gone through like the special abilities as well, like the real standout beasts. I think we can kind of end it quick. Fugetsu's Nen Beast.
Shouldn't we put it together?
is-
That's the weird door
Fugetsu
thing.
and Kacho.
Yeah,
should be
we'll,
paired together.
Combined, yeah.
Yeah,
Them
they're
together.
I guess, yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, true.
So basically, it's like a teleportation. And then,
Yeah,
ability.
it's a little wormhole door, which is it's a really cute
It's
one.
not really
um,
what I think of whenever I think, Nen Beast. But
I think that's what makes it unique, though.
I like the ability. It's very cool.
Yeah, I give it a solid A.
A plus.
Because
Same.
it's very, very unique.
It's cute.
It's like, yeah, this is something I definitely wouldn't have thought of. When I think of Nen Beast, I think of a creature. This is, it's just like a door.
It's also
which is pretty cool.
It's also unique how it actually requires 2 people to activate it, because otherwise you get just stuck on one side. Which, mutual cooperation is definitely required among these 2. Are they sisters or friends?
I think they're. Good question.
They're,
Point is,
they are sisters, right?
They're
That's-
sisters, yes.
I don't remember if they were from the same mother or not. I don't think so, right? I don't know.
yeah, they used to
Good
play as kids.
question.
I think they're friends or sisters or whatever. Besides the point. Friends, mutual, Nen, A.
Alright. Momoze. That's the rat.
That is. Oh, that's the rat.
They rat.
The mouse
don't know.
requires a target of its choice whether they are free or not, and when the target responds yes, the Nen beast uses pseudo course of Nen manipulation on them to make them kill people in the surrounding area. So basically manipulating people to kill others. So
it's alright.
If
B
you ever
minus.
played Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, it's basically the Berserk Dart. Sorry.
Yeah, B minus. It's okay. I don't know. It's just a
Yeah,
rat.
it didn't like see that do much, so it was like weird, I guess. It's a cute design, like cute big little rat, you know. Or is it a rat? I don't know.
It is a rat.
Yeah.
Actually, it's more like a hamster, actually. My apologies. Hamster, mouse, rat, etc.
Oh yeah.
Koga, what do you think of the rat?
I like the rat.
I don't.
It's not like incredible, like, oh, this is the best rat I've ever seen, but it's cute enough to be like, yeah, I like this hamster mouse rat thing that controls people and causes them to murder each other. I like that a lot. I think I give it an A+.
Nice.
Okay, big. Alright,
Marayam.
Marayam's Nen Beast. That one is...
We know nothing about Marayam's Nen Beast. It
looks kind of
is
goofy.
Just a little malice Nen cloud for all we know.
Wait,
no.
we do have something.
It looks like a Chinese dragon.
We have this.
Yeah,
it looks
protects,
like a bull thing.
So, remember in the
sorry.
manga, if everyone remembers like the manga where it's like room 1013 would just be like really weird, like you couldn't really enter it unless, or you couldn't, if you left it, you couldn't enter it, and you couldn't enter it from the outside. That is the result of this Nen Beast here, which basically changes the perspective of the room. It creates a special barrier to prevent anyone from walking in, and then teleports them to an empty version of the quarters instead. So it's a great defense mechanism but it's not very good for anything else.
I think this ability is genius. Like, in terms of like what it says about the character, in terms of like what it does in the story, it's like a unique safe space from like the rest of the action that'll eventually go down. I think it's a fantastic ability for this scenario, for the series, for the character. The design is... It's not the best, but the ability is so awesome that I can't give it anything under an S. It's so good. So good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much to say. It's a very good ability. I mean, but yeah. I'm giving it
I personally think the design was pretty good. I mean, like the Chinese dragon design, but the main ability is just the special barrier among 1013. I think that's a very, when you first read it, it's like a mindfuckery concept. However, it's just when you really think about it, that's like a genius idea. It's a great defense mechanism. So, it's like I don't think
it captures that.
I don't think anyone's been able to break through it yet, have they? I don't think anyone's broken through it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, so I mean, it just through that, like they survived a couple of days. I mean, that's definitely worth something.
Yeah, I think just because it captures that kind of like childlike want to escape, you know, like to an unreasonable extent, and then it like turns that into an ability, like, oh, I want to escape, but I can't. But then now you can. It's kind of epic. It's great.
True.
Just fantastic.
Well, I give it an S-. The design needs to be a bit better and more interesting.
A+.
Final beast, the very last one.
Thank God.
Camilla's sea anemone. We're at the very end, guys.
Let's go, champ.
It's the where they. Yeah, it's an enemy, and then they manipulate people whenever things are met. Conditions.
More boobs.
Boob. Oh.
Complete control over somebody. Makes sense for Camilla.
Manipulator moment.
I think it's kind of obvious that this is what the beast would be, though. Like, if I had to guess what Camilla would do, it'd just be to like control anybody, because that's how she thinks the world works. Like, people should just obey her. So yeah, again with Camilla, she's kind of simple. It caters to her character in a simple way, but I feel like it is not as interesting as other abilities. So as effective as it is, and as congruent with the character as it is, it just is a little boring for me. So I'm going to give it a B.
I like the design, so I gave it an A+.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it's unique enough for an A+.
I personally think that the ability, even though it is useful, we've already seen a lot of like that similar pattern with a lot of the other princes and queens. I don't particularly like the design, not even for like its weirdness. It just doesn't look that good in my opinion. So just because of the, in my opinion, poor design and overall boring ability, I have to give it a C.
Wow, the only C? Is that the only C in all of the beasts?
C.
No, I gave Kurapika's dolphin.
Dolphin.
I gave Kurapika's dolphin a C.
Yeah. Okay, well that ends it. Thank you so much to anybody who stuck through that entire thing. We spent a lot of time talking about these beasts. You may have gotten sick of all the S's I was giving, but I think Togashi is just that good. I am a huge fan of his designs and his ideas.
Yes, sir.
We all are.
So yeah, everybody, if you've got your own list, comment your list. If you've got thoughts about a specific beast, comment that. We're very excited to read whatever ideas or
Call
thoughts
me
you
dumb.
have.
Call me dumb.
Yeah, call people out that you disagree with. Call them stupid. Say that you hate them. Don't.
But if you
dislike
disagree with the
video,
frog
though,
car,
just
if you
leave it.
disagree with the frog car, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're
but
the wrong one.
You're just wrong. Like, there's no
sorry.
ifs, ands, or buts about it.
True.
All right, well, that's making a statement, and I think it's a great statement to end on. So thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.
See ya.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye.